Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, which means it is the annual weekly Kabam wants us to just take it and not say anything compensation. And yes, while I appreciate the small amount of Map 7, Map 6, and Map 5 Alliance Quest crystals, and while, like many of you, everything goes into the overflow, and I don't do Alliance War, so I end up just selling all the Alliance War potions, revives, boosts, etc. for gold. And really the thing I probably use the most is the loyalty, if we're being honest. I still really miss the glory. What made the continued gameplay issues compensation so great at the beginning of the summer, or I guess technically the end of the summer, beginning of the fall, was the inclusion of glory, where you could use it in the glory store to purchase some glory-full things. Everything from, of course, Tier 5 Basic to Tier 2 Alpha. But no, we don't get that. However, what we still get is the Immortals banner. Because, as so many of you have contacted me, and I have been overwhelmed with the same feedback and also some real depressing feedback, which we'll get into. So yes, Cersei and Icarus are on your roster. There he is. Still looks like Robbie Malek to me. Looks like a Bond villain, and the lead singer of Queen is also cosplaying in MCOC with really good hair. But, you know, Kabam gave everybody 3-star versions of them. Now, part of that is because of the worst side quest of all time. And I mean that with 100% seriousness, because we have the new Apocalypse boss. Oh, man. First Guillotine 2099, which, yeah, if you had Magneto, was fairly gettable. Then Annihilus, who puts the FU in fun. And now, can you stand against these X-Gene empowered X-Terminators for a small, pathetic amount of rewards? Yay! And by yay, I mean no. Totally puts the FU in fun, as always. I have had more people than I could probably name off the top of my head reach out to me to say either they have had people leave their alliance in the last 24 hours after finding out from several members of the content creator program that Icarus is still bugged and the nerf is inevitable, while also Kabam not doing the responsible thing of not releasing the early access bundles until, and probably ever, they make sure that the state of that champion is the state that you're purchasing them at. Once again, I know people don't like the car analogy, but I think it's the best I can use. It's like buying a car after they said the alternator was broken and they had to fix it. But this is a new car, which in theory is under warranty. And in this game, you don't even get the warranty. But you buy a car and the alternator's broken. But don't worry, it's fixed. We'll patch it. But actually, the engine's what's broken. And the engine is going to need to be revved down. So if you get used to driving really smooth at 140 miles an hour, we're actually going to take it down to like 60. But you're going to pay for 140 miles an hour, and then whenever we feel like it, we're just going to let you know that we're going to have to crank it down to 60. But we'll take your cash for the early access bundles, and we'll take your units when the crystals come into the game next week. That's essentially what Kabam did yesterday by not putting out a statement about it, by just acting like everything was fine. The house isn't on fire. No worries. No one look anywhere, you know? Just play it cool. Just pretend like everything's fine. Everything's normal. And I talked to my Battle Realm bestie, Katie Candy, behind the scenes about it, and she was just as off-put by it because they know it's an issue. So you're giving us a Apocalypse boss. You are giving us compensation that, once again, does not have the potions or the revives that you are now feeling like we should only get once a month when the new patch is downloaded. And then, of course, the glory is gone as well. I don't like, believe it or not, complaining about things. In a perfect world, I wouldn't have anything to complain about. But I'm just reporting to you what I've heard. people are walking away from the game. And the morale is as low as I can remember it. And I can't blame people for feeling that way. And I also know that there are a lot of open positions at Kabam that they're having a hard time filling. And quite a few people said to me originally, like, we should have known something was wrong when Kabam Broccoli left. Now, he made a conscious effort to refute that. But still, even if everything was completely organic and justified and inevitable, he's still left. And we still don't have him in the company anymore. So what Kabam does in 2021 really will set the future of the game for 2022. And if they're smart, they'll give us a whole lot more than this, worth of both compensation and transparency about the rest of especially the month of November.